In the book of Hebrews chapter 4, it says, let's approach the throne of grace with confidence so that we may receive mercy and find grace for help at the time of our need. This is the access that Paul is talking about here in Ephesians, that access. Let's keep going and close out this chapter here, verses 19 to 22. It says, so then you are no longer strangers and foreigners, but you are fellow citizens with the saints and are of God's household, having been built on the foundation of the apostles and the prophets, Christ Jesus himself being the cornerstone, in whom the whole building being fitted together is growing into a holy temple in the Lord, in whom you are also being built together into a dwelling of God in the Spirit. Paul loves his run-on sentences, by the way. But he closes with three metaphors for the church, the big C church, the overall church. He's talking about the church as a kingdom. He says that we are fellow citizens. He's talking about the church, the big church, the whole church being a family. He says that we are part of God's household. He's talking about the church as a temple, as a dwelling place, as a building. But Paul also points out that Jesus is a cornerstone. In ancient agriculture, in ancient architecture, the cornerstone was the first stone that was set. And every other stone was aligned based off of that cornerstone. If the cornerstone was off by an inch, the entire building would be crooked. Jesus is the cornerstone for our lives. So the cornerstone is the most important part of the building. So that means that Jesus is the most important part of the entire church, the big C church, and the little C church. That means us.